So if you're looking at the title of this video and wondering if I'm going to tell any stories, get your mind out of the gutter. Of course I've got stories. Welcome to episode 1 of Confessions of a Male Massage Therapist. Now, I was a massage therapist for about 5 years, and yeah, I got stories. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of every single story, but a lot of what I experienced as a male massage therapist was a little bit different than what the public perception of male massage therapists might be. For the most part, we are portrayed as something to be wary of. Watch out if you have a guy as your massage therapist. He might be inappropriate. He might say things. He might, try to cop a feel on your woman when it's not obviously appropriate to do that. And in massage school, it pretty much went along that way. When they were teaching us, the main focus was on telling men what we should not do, what was inappropriate, how to drape, all of those things. What they did not prepare me for was the reality of the situation. And with the reality of the situation is that women cheat and women are inappropriate and women say and do things. If you are their male massage therapist, you are going to hear everything. And I mean everything. You have no idea. Guys, I'm telling you, there is definitely one rule and one rule only that I will go by. And that is, if I have a wife or a significant other, there will be no male massage therapist. And I'm going to just, in each one of these episodes, I'm going to share you just a tidbit. Now, today's story is short. As we get on, like I said, I've got 5 years worth of experience. I'm not going to name names, obviously, for obvious purposes, right? Not going to name names, but I will give you the gist of things that happen. There's some stories like today that I can tell you exactly verbatim what happened. And then there's some stories where I'm going to have to fudge around a little bit to make things at least YouTube appropriate. We'll put it that way. Now, the first story I have for you is quite a doozy, to be honest with you. When I first got out of massage school, I was working for a spa. And this episode happened, this might have been my second or third massage that I did at all. When my first or second, third paid massage when I got out of massage school. So, of course, I was nervous. And, like I said, as a male, we're taught, make sure your draping is perfect here. And we're taught everything that we are supposed to do. But they gave us zero information, zero discussion, zero insinuation that there would ever be a woman that might be inappropriate towards you. Now, I'm the kind of guy that, thought, verbalize, and then, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's always been my POV. That's just how I am. I can't help it. And the short story that I have for you today, and this was a giant slap of a wake-up call to me, where I was like, it's going to be like this? This is how women act? Wait a minute, what? This really bug-eyed my eyes wide open. Bird massage. And it was a woman probably in her 50s. Now, at this point, I was in my I think I was 37. I might have been 38 at that point, but it was 37 or 38. This woman that came in was early to mid 50s. Average, normal looking woman. And, the way I would always start the massages off, I would start with them on their stomach, and I'd have the draping so that the bottom half was covered, and I'd start working on her back. I usually start at the head of the massage table and start working that way. And it didn't take long. It didn't take long for me to earn my first stripe, so to speak. So I began massaging her back, and maybe 1 minute into the massage, the first words that she said to me was, I wish I could get my husband to touch me that way. And because I had no experience with this, because it just completely didn't even cross my mind of how I should respond, other than obviously I didn't want to encourage her in that moment, right? She says, I wish I could get my husband to touch me that way. And as soon as those words left her mouth with a real smart ass, sarcastic tone, I simply said, well, give him the $100 and see what happens. She didn't like that. I felt her immediately tense up. She didn't speak the entire rest of the massage, and I ain't never seen her again, no mo, after that. And it was so shocking to me because it was no discussion in massage school at all about how a woman might be inappropriate to you, or for that matter, a man might be inappropriate to you. They didn't give us any preparation for that whatsoever. And I've got books worth of stories to come on that. But that was the one that popped my cherry. That was the first time when I realized, oh, this might not go exactly as I had planned. Not a bad looking guy. At that point, I had a full head of hair. I had the whole ponytail and I was jacked up from the gym and everything. And it just didn't cross my mind. I just didn't think about it. I mean, I know it sounds stupid in hindsight. It sounds really, really naive. And I guess I was. But all I thought about was, okay, I just spent like $12,000, $14,000 to go to school. I'm supposed to be making, like 50, 60 bucks an hour after the spa takes their cut. I'm just like, this is great. I'm going to have a career. This is what I'm going to do. And boom, I wish I could get my husband to touch me like that. And let me tell you something. There's more where that came from. But I just wanted to start this series off right, nice, short, and tight. Like I said, I'm not going to name names. And as we progress, this is episode 1, right? So as we go, I'm going to kind of do it in chronological order. Okay. Obviously, today's story was the first thing that had kind of really happened. And the last story, we'll just say, how can I tease the last story? 5 years later, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years later, the final story, let's just say I don't want to give it away, but let's just say in the last story, 5 years later, I'm running out of somebody's house. We'll just leave it at that for now. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. Now, we are a men's support channel here. If you look at the other videos I've done, I do serious commentary. I'm a life coach. I've been a relationship coach for a long time, but I wanted to add in some lighthearted things. I've done some dating coach reviews as well. I'll probably keep adding those in. But my thought here is every Friday this was episode 1. Next Friday will be episode 2, etc., etc. We'll just go chronologically in order from today being the first story I have to, I would say, if I had to venture a guess, I probably should not have a problem getting to episode 100. I know I got 50 in the bank, but I might have more than that. And some of them will be in multiple parts because at one point, let's put it this way. At one point, I had 17 weekly clients. And at one point, I went from massaging anybody in the general public to exclusively being a massage therapist for women. So you can take from that what you want. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I will see you next week.